Good morning. Let's start the daily discussion. The first topic that we'll take today is regarding Indian steel sector. So, India is a major steel producer. Globally, it ranks second in steel production. Steel sector has a very big prospect of growth. Okay. Earlier, we exported huge quantity of raw material used for steel. But right now, we have also started manufacturing steel to fulfill our own requirement as well as to meet the needs of others. Okay. Why news? The fourth Indian Steel Association Steel Conclave 2023 was held recently, encouraging steel companies to increase their production so that India can double its output of essential infrastructure input to 300 million tons annually by 2030. Target is to increase it to 300 million tons by 2030. Fine. Discussion centered around the theme of steel shaping, okay, and sustainable future, which highlighted the steel industry's diverse contribution to India's development and growth. The steel sector contributes substantially to India's economic development and growth. This conclave focus on steel production and how to reach the 300 million tons capability per annum by 2030. Fine. So India is the second largest producer of steel in the world, producing 121.29 metric ton, a million tons of finished steel, and 125.3 million tons of crude steel in the financial year 2023. Over the last 10 years, India is the second largest producer of crude steel in the world, producing 121 million tons of crude steel and 145.3 million 32 million ton of crude steel in the year 2023. For the last 10 years, India's steel industry has grown significantly, with production rising by 75% since 2008. Within the last 15 years, Indian steel production has increased by 75%. In financial year 2023, India's per capita steel consumption was 86.7 kg. The availability of inexpensive labor and raw materials like iron ore has propelled the growth of the steel Indian steel sector. Okay, so two things are very important here. One is availability of iron ore. India is a major iron ore reserve country. Okay, and also like coal, another requirement of steel manufacturing is also plentifully available in India. Okay, India plans to produce 255 million tons of finished steels, have a 300 million ton crude steel capacity, and a robust 158 kg per capita consumption of finished steels by 2030-31, according to the National Steel Policy, which was introduced in 2017. Importance: one of the materials that is used extensively worldwide is steel. Industry that produces the most profits is the iron and the steel sector. The steel industry is essential to many important industries, including engineering, defense, automobiles, infrastructure, and construction. The Indian economy depends heavily on the steel industry, which in 2021-22 accounted for 2% of the nation's GDP. Challenges faced by the steel industries: obstacles to establishing modern steel plants. The substantial capital needed to set up modern steel plants is one of the main obstacles. Many Indian entities face difficulties due to high cost of a one-ton capacity plant, which is approximately 7,000 crores. If it is one ton capacity, the minimum cost will be 7,000 crores. This is the huge establishment cost for starting the steel industry. But still, more and more companies have been established in the for manufacturing steel in the country. Okay. Dependence on debt financing raises the cost of the finished steel's product and reduces its competitiveness internationally, especially when combined with India's relatively expensive financing compared to other nations. Okay. Cycle of demand and monsoon difficulties. Still, plants face financial difficulties due to cyclical demand for steel in India. It is impacted by elements like monsoon and that impact the construction because during monsoon period there is substantial fall in construction activity that reduces demand for steel. Okay, because during the monsoon period, so the demand construction activity being reduced, so demand for steel is affected by that. Okay, steel plant have to run on very little revenue during times of low demand, which puts a strain on their finances and in extreme situation force them to close. So per capita consumption, India's low steel consumption per person is 86.7 kg versus the global average of 233 kg, the reflection of economic inequality. So globally it is 233 kg per head consumption of steel. In India it is only 86.7 kg. The incentive to build large-scale steel plants for economies of scale decreases with low per capita income and consumption. If the steel consumption is less, so it also its a bit impact on the steel production. China shows a stronger demand for steel due to its much higher per capita income because and the per capita income is higher in China, so demand for steel is also more in China than in India. So, आज the per capita demand or per capita income in China is more, so demand for steel is also more. That led to more manufacturing of the steel. Okay, this lead to okay. China shows a stronger demand for steel due to its much higher per capita income. Minimal research and technology invested. India has always lagged behind other countries in terms of technology, R&D and research for the steel industry. This leads to an increased reliance on foreign technology and research, which is expensive. The industry's lack of appeal is further enhanced by antiquated and environmentally damaging technology, which we are still adopting for steel manufacturing. Okay, so our steel production technology is not that advanced. Okay, unlike other countries. Okay, so the development steel industry hampered by India's devotion to conventional concrete-based building techniques rather than its embrace the steel. India has not yet fully incorporated steel into its constructive construction method. In contrast to the West, where it is widely used due to its strength, speed, and efficiency. Environmental concerns. One of the top three industries that produces carbon dioxide is the steel sector. As a result, steel companies all over the world have to deal with a growing decarbonization challenge to lower their carbon footprint from an economic and environmental standpoint. Effect of European Union's carbon border adjustment system, okay, mechanism. European Union will be collection the carbon tax, the carbon border adjustment mechanism, as it is called popularly as the carbon tax, on every shipment of electricity, steel, alumina, cement, fertilizer, hydrogen, and other commodity on January 1st, 2026. India's export of metals to European Union, including iron, steel, and aluminum products, will suffer as a result of the mechanism's increased scrutiny of these goods because in case they are not following the environmental standards, so they have to pay a heavy tax. on their entry to European Union. So that definitely impact India's steel export to the outside world. Okay. CAPM is a component of the European Fit for 55 in 2030 package, which aims to comply with the European climate law by reducing greenhouse gas emission by at least 50% by 2030 when compared to 1990 level. Okay. So government initiative of the steel sector in India, National Steel Policy 2017, Steel Scrap Recycling Policy, adoption of fourth industrial revolution, Industry 4.0, Steel Research and Technology Mission in India, Draft Framework Policy, PLI scheme for specialty steel, the way ahead, acquiring and implementing green technology to lessen the impact on the environment and encourage environmentally friendly production methods. The production of green steel must be encouraged, and this can be achieved by substituting low carbon energy sources like electricity, hydrogen, and coal gasification for the conventional carbon intensive coal fired plant manufacturing process. The effect of the CBAM can be lessened by putting policies in place to improve carbon efficiency in the steel industry. Reducing the carbon footprint of the steel products requires implementing cleaner and more sustainable technologies. It is crucial to converse with international organizations and legislators in order to promote reasonable and equitable carbon border adjustment management regulations. Working together with other sectors and nations can result in the creation of solutions that take into account the particular difficulties faced by the Indian steel sector. The next topic is about the AI bridge, US and India. Artificial intelligence cooperation should be a major topic of discussion when the US and India foreign and defense ministers meet in Delhi, the 2 plus 2 dialogue, to review the development in defense and security partners. The 2 plus 2 dialogue between India and USA was earlier confined to this defense and security issue, but right now AI will be added. However, the AI conversation become the main topic of the 2 plus 2 meeting. Two events from the last week highlighting how urgent it is for the US and India to have a thorough and intense conversation about artificial intelligence. President Joe Biden issued an executive order on artificial intelligence that addresses securing the use of AI in various civilian applications. The publication of the Pentagon's revised plan for the US military forces to adopt AI. The Pentagon strategy emphasizes how crucial it is to incorporate AI's quick advancements in military operations and the two projects addresses the fundamental conflicts between the need to keep abreast of technology and the potential to drastically change the balance of power in the world, and the need to keep the risk associated with it from getting out of control. US and China's new geopolitical frontier. The two projects also highlighted the main geopolitical divide facing the modern world, the growing rivalry between China and the United States. It is deeply concerning to both the United States and India that Beijing may advance its use of AI for both military and economic ends. New standards for safety and security protects America's privacy, advances equity and civil rights, stand up for consumers and workers, promotes innovation and competition, and advances American leadership around the world are the goal of Biden's executive order. AI's importance in defense strategy, building on the decision advantage that artificial intelligence provide the country's armed forces, is the primary goal of AI development for defense. AI-enabled system can aid commanders in making decisions more quickly and accurately, which can be crucial in both preventing and winning a conflict when it comes to thwarting aggression and defending against it. China's progress in integrating AI into military planning as part of its ambition to make the PLA a world-class armed forces, People's Liberation Army of China, a world-class armed forces in the next 2 decades. China has been taking about deploying AI to develop an intelligentized military, moving beyond the goal of informatization proclaimed 2 decades ago. China's industry and military have both made significant advancements in the development and application of AI. Beijing has a significant advantage in the AI race thanks to its ability to direct resources into particular industries and its civil military fusion. The current India-US 2 plus 2 dialogue has four imperatives. First is collaboration in advanced technology. Put your attention towards critical emerging technology research with the two sides. Cooperation AI was heightened in a June joint statement. Updated cooperation is required because AI is developing so quickly. Improving AI in defense collaboration, demanding more AI collaboration for mutual defense. AI's expanding influence in the Indo-Pacific power dynamics. Favorable effect of the two-way defense innovation bridge. Collaboration and the talent pool. The US lacks sufficient AI specialists. India's talent pool is used as the answer to this. Under the ICT cooperation in training, research, and education should grow with the two sides. Responsible AI research. The Pentagon strategy and the Biden executive order emphasize responsible AI use, artificial intelligence use. The Indian economy, society, democracy, and defense are all pertinent topics. India-US cooperation in regulating AI is essential to preventing misuse. Conclusion: the lack of scientists, technologists, and engineers is the largest barrier preventing the US from moving more quickly towards AI development. India possesses an innate talent pool to fulfill this need. As a result, the interests of the two countries naturally align. Okay, so both countries can cooperate more on the development of artificial intelligence for future. Okay, okay. The European Space Agency Euclid mission plans to investigate the mystery of dark matter and dark energy has released its first five science images. The newly launched Euclid Space Telescope is designed to investigate the dark matter and dark energy. The contributions from the National Aeronautics and the Space Administration (NASA). About 95% of the universe seems to be made of these units. Dark matter and dark energy. The content of the universe is widely thought to consist of three types of substances: normal matter, dark matter, and dark energy. Roughly 60% of the universe is dark energy. Dark matter makes up to 27%. The rest, everything on Earth ever observed, adds up to less than 5% of the universe. Dark matter, unlike normal matter, dark matter does not interact with the electromagnetic force. This means it does not absorb, reflect, or emit light, making it extremely hard to spot. Dark matter works like an attractive force, a kind of cosmic cement that holds the universe together. This is because dark matter does interact with gravity. Dark energy is a repulsive force, a sort of anti-gravity that drives the universe ever accelerating expansion. Dark energy is a far more dominant force than dark matter because this the repulsion force make the universe visible. Okay, next is India in artificial defense as well as ecosystem. Okay, so innovation for defense excellence, IDEX organize the Maiden Index X Investors Meet. Okay. So India States Defense Assistance Ecosystem was launched at an event in Washington DC in 21st June 2023. The Inductions event was co-chaired by Innovations for Defense Excellence, Minister of Defense and the US Department of Defense and hosted by the Indo-USA Business Council, USIBC. The initiative will expand the strategic technology partnership and defense industrial cooperation between the startup ecosystem, business and academic institutions. The collaboration agenda under the Defense Innovation Bridge includes lots of joint challenges, innovation partnership program, academia partnership, joint innovation fund, establishing a testing and certification facility in India, etc. Then the operation Nanne Fariste in October 2023, Railway Protection Force reunited over 601 children with their family under Operation Nanne Fariste. The initiative was introduced on the Indian Railway platform, aims to rescue and safeguard children in need of care and protection who encountered by the railway system. Trained personnel rescue the children who have come to railway stations without informing their parents because of some family issue or in search of a better life. The other initiative by the railway is Operation Ahat, combating human trafficking in railway. Operation Jiban Raksha, saving life of passengers in vulnerable situations. Mary Saheli initiative, ensuring the security of women passengers. Operation Upalaf, cracking down on black marketing of tickets. Operation Narcos, combating drug-related crimes on railway. Rail Madad Portal, swift response to security-related passenger complaints. Operation Jatri Suraksha, protecting passengers from offences through collaboration with GRP and the police. Operation Sanraksha, ensuring passenger safety by addressing stone belting on the trains. Operation Seva, providing assistance to elderly, sick and injured passengers. Operation Shatar, curbing illegal transportation of goods on railway. Under this program, the children are promptly rescued and transferred to the relevant authorities before being reunited with their families. Then the EUA bill, recently EUA bill generation crossed 10 crore for the first time since its introduction. EUA bill is an electronic document generated on the portal evidencing the movement of goods and indicating whether tax has been paid or not. As per CGST rules 2017, consignment value of more than 50,000 is required to generate an EUA bill, and the transporter has to carry this EUA bill with him. This is required for movement between two states within a state. However, a state can decide the threshold for the value of goods to be applicable for movement within its boundary. The Sophia Stratospheric Observatory of Infrared Astronomy, scientists have detected atomic oxygen in the atmosphere of Venus through Sophia Airborne Observatory. Venus, Earth's twin, is the second planet from Sun and Earth's nearest planetary neighbor. Unlike Earth, it rotates clockwise east to west and backward. It has no moon, ring, and its hottest planet due to high greenhouse effect. Sophia is the world's largest airborne astronomical observatory, joint program of NASA and the German Aerospace Center. It flies in the stratosphere about 99% of the Earth's infrared blocking atmosphere to observe the infrared universe. Okay, Sophia program. Then magnetic eruption, a new island emerged of Japan after an underwater volcanic eruption. They emerged after a series of eruptions near the Ito Island, part of the Ogasawara Island chain in the Ocean Pacific. Scientists said it was formed due to magnetic eruption. A type of eruption that involves both magma and water, which typically interacts explosively, leading to concurrent ejection of steam and hyperplastic pigments. It is considered as the most common and hazardous type of volcanic eruption on Earth. But recently, So this took place in Japan and a small island that's created in the Pacific coast Japan. Okay. So coming to the question, discuss the impact of globalization on the diversity and pluralism of Indian society. Give suitable example to support your answer. Introduction. The term globalization describes how trade is traded products, services, information, ideas, and technology has made nations and their economies more interconnected and dependent on one another. The diversity and pluralism of Indian society have been impacted by globalization in a number of ways. Interaction of cultures, ideas, and values have resulted in both favorable and unfavorable outcomes. On a positive note, globalization has made it possible for people to appreciate and exchange cultures. People can learn about and respect the differences between different cultures by, for instance, watching Bollywood movie and partaking in a variety of cuisine from around the globe. Furthermore, the dissemination of knowledge and information have been made possible by globalization, giving people the ability to access a range of perspectives and challenge accepted norms. However, diversity and pluralism in India have also been threatened by globalization. Indigenous cultures and traditions have been undermined by the prevalence of Western values and consumerism, particularly among young people. Globalization has also led to economic inequality whereby certain groups have benefited at multinational corporations, for example, have brought with them Western consumer choices and lifestyles, which have influenced the aspirations and consumption pattern of Indian society. As they are unable to compete with mass product produced goods, local artisans and craftsmen have been excluded as a result. In conclusion, we can say the multiplicity and diversity of Indian society have been both strengthened and jeopardized by globalization. It has brought about challenges and inequality even as it has promoted cross-cultural dialogues and awareness. Thus, it is critical to strike a balance between praising India's rich cultural heritage and embracing the benefit of globalization, the expense of other, exacerbating social divides. So coming to the MCQs, question the product statement regarding the QS World University Ranking Asia 2024. Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, has written its top ranking in India and the rank among the top 15 in Asia. So right. So India has surpassed China in the number of universities featured in the QS World University Ranking 2024. So both are correct here. The following statement regarding the Cheta reintroduction project, the Cheta reintroduction project in India formally commenced on September 2022 to restore the population of cheetahs which were declared extinct in the country by 1952. Correct? The project involved the transportation of cheetah from South Africa and Namibia to Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh, right? The project is implemented by the National Tiger Conservation Authority in collaboration with the Wildlife Institute of India. So here all the three are correct. So question statement are not correct. All being correct, answer will be none. In the following statement, the university grant competition regulation allow foreign university rank among the top one stop type of established branches campus in India. Okay, foreign universities have to get permission from the Union government to decide their admission process, fee structure, and repatriation fund to their parent campuses. Here only one is correct, or two is incorrect. The reference to the report state of food and agriculture policy of the below statement unhealthy diets characterized by the consumption of ultra processed foods, fats, and sugars led to substantial hidden costs. Decreased labor productivity is not part of the overall hidden cost of the unhealthy diets. Incorrect. The majority of the hidden costs were generated in upper middle income and high income countries. So two are correct, one and three. But the following statement with respect to the composite water management index (CWMI), it is launched by NITI, right? The CWMI serves as a key indicator to evaluate the effectiveness of state and union territory in managing water resources, right? Source augmentation and restoration of water body is one of the nine themes in this index. So here 1, 2, 3 all are correct. The reference to hypertension in India was the following statement. Hypertension prevalence in the southern states exceeds the national average. Okay, right? So women in India are more prone to hypertension than men. So two is incorrect, only one is correct. But the following statement, monitoring invasive species, air quality monitoring, water quality monitoring, environmental impact assessment, deep sea environments. Among the area mentioned above where the environmental DNA is most commonly used, so they are used in except two in all of the. So answer will be C. Except two in all of the 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. Air quality is not due to EDA. Okay. So consider the following statement with reference to the tuberculosis. It's called the bacterium called the mycobacterium tuberculosis. That is right. It can spread through air. That is not correct. As per the national global TB report from India accounted for the lowest number of tuberculosis cases in the world in 2022. So here 1 and 2 are correct, but 3 is incorrect. India has the largest number of TB. In the context of international law, which of the following best describe the doctrine of dualism seen in the new recently? Recognize that states must have some discretion in implementing and interpreting international mandate standards within their domestic legal framework? No. It states that international law is separate from national law and it must be incorporated into national law through domestic legislation. To be right. In the context of international relations, the term principle of reciprocity is used for the practice of mutual exchange of give and take between two states, term country, where no one grants certain benefits or concession to another, the exception of receiving similar treatment or benefit in return. Here, B is the right answer.